Alrighty, hello guys, welcome your faces back to another video on my channel. Today we are doing something kind of interesting because it is to do with a future project. Essentially what I'm going to be doing today is trying to figure out how to build a hydrofoil. Now I haven't really built one before, so this is going to be my first attempt. Hopefully we can build something that works out here, and hopefully it does actually work. So what I'm going to do first is actually build a hull. I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse that real quick, and then after that we'll get together and we'll try and build it into a hydrofoil. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with it, shall we? Alright, so there we go. We've built a hull, and it is actually in there quite nicely, I suppose. This will actually work for us. So, it doesn't look quite as good as I would want it to be, but that is okay. It doesn't really matter. In fact, what I might do is actually extend it to be a little bit bigger, in order to make it look a little bit nicer. So, we're going to go ahead and do this all the way over to this side as well. We're going to bring it all the way to the front, and we're going to go ahead and cut it. There we go. And yeah, we'll actually extend it by quite a bit. We'll have it be quite a long boat. Because honestly, I think that'll be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and copy this. There we go. Bring it forwards. And voila. It fits perfectly in the middle right there. And that is actually quite a nice hull shape. So we're going to go with that. And yeah, we're going to try and turn this into a hydrofoil. How do we go about doing that? No idea. Okie dokie. So there are a few ways of actually doing this. I'm not entirely sure which way I want to go with. But let's go ahead and attempt it. And let's see if we can make something that looks, I don't know, somewhat usable. So there we go. We go down about that much. We'll extend these guys to attach to each other. And honestly, I kind of want to do something like, I don't know, like this on the side. I know that might look a little bit weird, but honestly, I think that's the kind of shape that I actually really want. So now that we've done that, what I'm going to do is grab it all. There we go. And we're going to pull it forwards to the edge. There we go. That's fantastic. And we're going to leave it around there. I think that will be fine. The other thing that we're going to do is delete all of these guys, get ourselves some rudders, and we're going to slap all of those in, so hopefully this works. There we go, and that is fantastic. Realistically, I would like to put some on this bit too, but that is not something that I can really do right now. But that's okay, that doesn't really matter. The other thing that I might do as well is control surface. I might actually add these guys up here like this, and maybe even actually some down here as well. 1, 2, and 3, there we go. Oh, there we go. So 5 down there, 2 on the edges. That seems pretty cool. So when I spawn this in... Alright, yes, it's a bit heavy, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is grab the entire thing again. Literally the same thing. We're going to go ahead and grab this bit too, obviously. So go ahead and copy this. Move it backwards, and we're going to have it at the rear also. There we go. So somewhat like... Actually, probably like all the way at the back, maybe? Like that. There we go. Not entirely sure how this is going to work, but let's go ahead and try it. So merge this up with this. I don't want to put anything on these right now in terms of actual controls. I just want it to try and work. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, let's delete this guy in the middle. We'll add a motor into there. Yes, it's going to be a huge motor. There we go. We're going to delete that and put it right in there like that. We're then going to get a propeller and slap it straight on there. Now, one of the things that you might expect me to do... I don't want a giant one. No, that's way too big. One of the things that you might expect me to do is add a thingy to this. What do you call them? A gearbox. But I don't think we need one. I actually legit don't think we need one. So we're going to leave it as is, and we'll see what happens. So let's grab ourselves a seat. Here we go. Smack it onto here just like so. And We need actual, like, controls. So maybe, like, 2 rudders going side to side. I could use these, actually, but I don't know whether I want to. Oh, I don't know. Should we? Should we not? I'm not sure. But yeah, for now, we could actually go with some rudders right here. So let's do that one and do this one. And then we'll attach these guys up to there. And hopefully this will work. So A and D, attach it to there and there. That's fantastic. And let's see what happens. Let's actually see what happens. I'm not going to add any more controls. That's going to be it. So let's spawn this in. Let's give it infinite electricity. We'll run and we'll jump over there. There we go. Excellent. And let's go. Oh, it's a little bit powerful, you know? That's a little bit too powerful. Okay. Can I reduce the amount of power that gets somehow? No? I don't know how to do this then. Alright, throttle lever. We'll go ahead and slap it on there instead. So, if we whack this on the top, we'll put it right there for now. Go ahead and connect this to there. But our max is only going to be like half. So max is 0.5. Actually 0.3, let's say. And let's go. Let's see if that works. Because it might be better. It might not. Alright, here we go. Ready? Go. Okay, so what we need is the front end to be, I don't know, angled down a little bit. So let's go ahead and grab another one of these. Whack it on here like this. There we go. We're going to have a plus and a minus number. So minus 1. There we go. And start value is going to be like a minus 2. No, minus 0.2, I guess. 0.2. Minus 0.2. There we go. Good. Let's go ahead and spawn this in. They should be angled at a certain degree now, so that'll be good. And let's see if this works. Who knows? All right, let's go. Yeah? Kind of? That kind of works. However, we are having issues with rolling over, so that's not good. So I think we actually need some weight to be a little bit lower in this thing. So what we'll do is we'll actually do this straight down the center, somewhat like this. I don't want it to move from there pretty much, but that's fine. So we'll add some weight to this and we'll paint it and we'll see what this does because it might help us. It might also make it worse. I mean, that is the case. It could make it worse. Also, just as a side note, we will not be keeping this hull. We're just going to be using this as a test bed for something much, much, much larger. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's not exactly stable once it's in the air. But it is working. It is actually working. This is fantastic. Okay, so what is the easiest way of actually fixing this to work a little bit better then? I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we could actually add a gyro to this. I know that's pretty strange, but we could try it. We'll add a gyro directly in there, and essentially that's going to control our roll. Or, actually, we could take our microcontroller from a previous boat and smack it in here instead. Actually, let me go get that, and we'll see if we can do it. Okay, so this boat right here, I believe, has it. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. So, on this side, it's one way, on this side... Oh, it's the same. I'm confused. Okay, so these guys are actually attached up to a thing in the front, alright, which is this. We're then going to use this microcontroller, which was given to me by Ac Original a long time ago. And we're going to use this on our new boat to see if the hydrofoil will work with it. Essentially, it'll just keep us stable. That's what I want it to do anyway. Okay, so here it is inside. What we need to do is actually add some more of these, which is going to be slightly annoying, but there you go. So they're going to go there on both sides. They're both going to be exactly the same, and we're going to connect them up to this. So we don't have an active stabilizer, but this is Finn's left, so let's go ahead and do that. This is Finn's right, so let's go ahead and whack that on right there. There we go, good. The speedo, I guess we could add a speedo to this, that'd be great. And then we need to attach this to a tilt roll sensor, which we are going to put on here, but like quite high. There we go, and then tilt roll sensor, here we go. We can smack it on here like this, and put it like that. There we go. So we attach this down to here. There we go. I'll also get a speedo because we might as well. Speedo, yes. Go ahead and put that right on there like that. And attach that directly down to here. And I think that'll all be fine. So let's go ahead and spawn this in. And let's see if this will actually do it. If it works. Because it might not. We'll see. Anyway, let's do this to full. Should raise us up into the sky again, obviously. There we go. It works. Good. And there we go. The tilt is not actually happening anymore. It's successfully fixed it. Very nice. Oh, this thing's sick. Also, that's actually completely without... Oh, no, it's not, because we are using this. So we might want to do it a little bit more. No, it was pretty much at the perfect height. Now we've made it not work as well. Interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Let's go ahead and put that back to normal. There we go. That's sick. That's actually really, really cool. So when it comes to building the thing that I'm going to be building in the future, we obviously need to do this at the end. It'll take some tinkering to get it working properly. But, yeah, we know how to do it now. This is awesome. Alright, the other thing that I want to do actually is return this back. I'm going to go ahead and make this go higher than 30%. So we're going to go up to 5, or 0.5 I should say. There we go. And that is half our speed. Yeah, so we could go a little bit quicker. That would be awesome. Here we go. Ready? Do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Fantastic. So it launches us into the sky to begin with. It's not amazing. That's not amazing. So it does only work like this for now. There we go. And then as soon as that gets settled in, whoa, we might be able to get it going a little bit quicker if we increase it a little bit more. Let's go with 35. I don't know what to do with this in that situation. Is that doing anything, actually? Now that I'm looking at the front, it's not actually doing anything at all. What's going on here? Alright, they weren't connected. They weren't actually connected, so that wasn't doing anything at all for us. Now they are connected, and they are doing stuff. They are doing stuff. Hang on, do this, a little bit less, a little bit less. Okay, it's slowly raising. There you go. As soon as we get to 0, it actually lifted it out of the water. Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit stressful. It's a little bit difficult to get working properly. However, it is something that we've done, and it does actually work somewhat. Let's lower this back down. There we go, and it works at that speed. Excellent. It's not quite perfect, but it is working. It's actually making me wonder whether we should have the one at the front a little bit lower, so I might actually do that real quick. Let me get the fins at the front and lower them down, and we'll see if that's a little bit better. Okay, it's not too much lower. It is actually only 2 blocks down, so let's see what this does. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, who knows? Oh yeah, we've launched ourselves out of the water straight away. That's not good. And now it's tipped over. Okay, right. That's too much. I think we're just propelling ourselves too quickly. And that's really not working out for us, as you can see. Things are actually a hell of a lot scarier now that we've done that. What is going on? Return that back to 0. Okay. Good. So, that being a little bit lower at the front, I think brings a little bit more stability, but at the same time brings a little bit more instability as well, which is seemingly very strange, but that is what's happening, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the fact that that's lower at the front, in a straight line, that is actually fine. But once we change it from being in a straight line to turning, it works a hell of a lot, like, worse. It's not very good. Anyway, this was just a quick test to see if I could actually build one. If you guys have any hints in the comments down below, that would be awesome. Because I really want to build something in the future that involves being a hydrofoil. And it's going to be a big one. So if you guys have any ideas on what I can do to make this a little bit better, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Sorry, this is like a tiny bit of bonus content right here. What I was thinking was, this thing actually gets very unstable as soon as the propeller gets out of the water, because it gets a little bit less force, and then it obviously plummets at the front. So what happens if we, let's say, go ahead and grab this, and we send it back, and we lower the propeller down a little bit, or we move it backwards, like either or both, I guess. So if we grab this and we cut it, and then we move it down maybe 1 or 2, and then we bring it backwards as well. Maybe this will actually end up making it work a little bit nicer. So let's try it. Let's attach that to there. There we go. Fantastic. The other thing that I would like to do as well is actually grab one of these and copy it and move it forwards to here somewhere. There we go. But obviously a little bit lower down. That's fine. And then do this one as well, because we need them both. We essentially need them both. And that'll keep us stable at the front also. And that seems like a good idea. The other thing is, when it comes to turning, it likes to turn better once it's in the water. And you'll know that if it's in the water, the rudders like to steer a little bit better. So what's happening there is when we go to turn, as soon as we drop down into the water, the rudders are turning us, but we don't want it to work that way. But we'll see. Anyway, I've changed it a little bit. Let's see what this does. Hopefully it works. All right, here we go. Ready, steady, cook. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and get it up to speed. Oh, yeah. I thought this might happen. I thought this might happen. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, hang on. Get it right up again. There we go. So the propeller's in the water. Oh, okay, that didn't work. So the problem is, if the propeller's even further down, it actually has a more, like, a tendency to actually push us further up at the front. So we actually have to lower this down in order for that to work. But let's see what happens here. There we go. Okay, we are in the sky. And as you guys can see, my rudders are turning fully, but they're not actually working. However, the hydrofoil itself is working perfectly. So, that's good. Let's go ahead and increase our speed a little bit. Yep, I can't turn. I can't turn, but this is actually working out perfectly. That's crazy. So yeah, anyway, that works. We'll have to come up with some different ways of doing this, but honestly, if it works this well right now, with the thing that I'm planning in the future, it will work very, very nicely. Hopefully, anyway. It will weigh a hell of a lot more than this in the future, though, so we'll see. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.